your scalp is so important when it comes to having healthy hair, period. So I'm going to share that whole process with you all today on how I do an aloe vera pre-poo in my hair with a fresh aloe vera leaf. So if you're interested in how I go from Gabrielle looking a little dusty and a little thirsty to looking completely quenched, you've got to stay tuned. Hey earthly bodies, welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time joining us, I'm your girl, your vegan friend, Johanna Earthly Ramos. I'm so glad you decided to drop by. I just like to tell you things that any good vegan friend should about living this plant-based life as me. So if you can relate to any parts of being me, you should definitely hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so that you don't miss any of the amazing content that I upload. That's all around recipes and lifestyle and health and beauty. Things that just ensure that we are living our best lives in these earthly bodies. In the video that I shared with you guys at least a couple of weeks ago, I showed you how I get my hair into one of my go-to styles, which is my elegant high bun. If you haven't had a chance to watch that video, I will link it here. Definitely check it out after you finish watching this one. But I shared with you guys that every 7 to 10 days is when I have my spa hair washing regimen, and I enjoy it. It's gonna take a day and I'm okay with that because of everything that I put into it, and it's all good for me, just spirit, mind, and hair, physically. In that video, I believe I told you that when I made that video, my hair was 14 days old, meaning I hadn't washed it in 14 days. And typically put my hair in that bun, and that is when I will continue to then prepare my hair for wash day. Well, life happened. This is still the same hair. Yep, it has still not been washed, and I have thrown it into these two twists here, and it's time. Okay, Gabrielle is in need of a spa day. You can't even see the part anymore. There's a part right here, I promise. Yeah. See, there's a part, but you can't even see it, right? So I am going to share my staple go-to treatments that I give my hair every wash day. And she is especially going to enjoy it today because it is going to replenish her with the moisture. It is going to reset the pH of my scalp. The health of your scalp is so important when it comes to having healthy hair, period. So I'm gonna share that whole process with you all today on how I do an aloe vera pre-poo in my hair with a fresh aloe vera leaf. So let's take a look at everything that we're gonna need to make our spa day aloe vera pre-poo treatment. For starters, you're gonna need your aloe vera leaf. How many is gonna depend on the size. This is one that I got from my local market. I will definitely only need one of these. This thing is humongous. So you can just gauge it if you're using your one at home. You'll see how much we get from this, and you'll be able to tell just how many aloe leaves you'll need. Then we're also going to need a cutting board, a knife to cut our aloe leaf, some sort of bowl where we can sift the aloe through our knee-high stocking. That's how we're going to be sure none of those little bits get in our hair that are a nightmare to get out, trust me. If you have a funnel, you would really be a rock star in this. I do not have one, so I'm going to use this cup to pour the strained aloe vera into my color applicator bottle. You could skip this step, of course, if you have a funnel. And then optional, you can add any type of essential oils that you want to. This treatment doesn't need anything additional, but rosemary is so amazing for scalp health, and it stimulates hair growth, so why not? And of course, you're going to need a blender. We are going to pull out our old school magic bullet. Any blender that you have would be great. So here is our beautiful aloe vera leaf. As I told you, these are huge. I picked it up from my local market. It was only 2 for $5. I will barely need the whole one. So we're going to start by cutting it where it begins to fade out from green to yellow to white. As far as why I do this, it's mainly because in my mind, if it's fading from green to white, I think the nutrients are fading too. So it's as simple as that. I'm gonna cut off 3 pieces here. That is typically more than enough that I need for the amount of hair that I have in making my pre-poo treatment. Oh, did you see that magic? There's the magic. Oh, that is what we want in our hair, wrapped around our strands, smoothing out our cuticle, hydrating our hair, and not to mention the amazing things aloe vera does for our scalp. Like I told you earlier, health starts at the scalp when it comes to having healthy hair. So now I'm just going to trim off the outer edges as close as possible. We want to save as much of that inner fillet of the aloe vera as we possibly can. What the most important part here is that you know your knife, okay? Know how sharp your knife is. Be one with your knife so that you don't hurt yourself, because then you're gonna need the aloe vera for your wound. That's not where this video is supposed to go. So I am just shaving off as much of that inner fillet from the outer leaf as I can, carefully. If you're not comfortable with this, you could always cut the top layer off and then go back and use a spoon to just scoop out this piece. But if you know your knife, this is much more efficient and much faster. Just gonna divide those pieces up now and prepare them to be put into the container of my blender. Moving on to the next 2 pieces. Same thing, shave off those outer edges. Then we're going to shave that leaf away from that inner fillet as closely as possible and as carefully as possible on both ends. Split those pieces up and add them to our blender. Now we are left with our beautiful fillets. It is time for us to add our essential oil. As I told you earlier, rosemary is amazing for stimulating the follicles for hair growth, so that's my oil of choice. You don't have to add any. However, if you want to add tea tree or eucalyptus, whatever your favorite essential oil is, you want to do 5 to 10 drops. Screw on your top if you're using a magic bullet, or secure your lid for your blender. And let's get blending. If you notice here, I'm kind of pulsing it instead of just letting it go. And that is because you can see immediately the gel starts to create and it bubbles up. And I don't want it to be too watery of a solution. So just pulsing it until I get that desired consistency. And you will be able to see those inner fillets and how they are broken down. You'll know when it's all done. And we're done. Now that we have our aloe vera all mixed up, blended up with our rosemary, it's time for us to strain it through the stocking and prepare it to put into our hair. Take your knee-high stocking, put the rim of it around your container that you're going to use. Just making sure that it's pulled down enough so that it does not flop off. That will be a disaster. Get all the good stuff to come down. And just pour this into your stocking. Smells so good. If you love the smell of rosemary, you are going to adore this paired with the aloe vera. So very carefully, gonna lift this up. Some of it is already starting to run, which is what we want. We want just the aloe gel. All those little bits and pieces of leaf that might have gotten in there, or maybe we didn't get all of the green of the plant when we scooped it out. This is our chance to get all of that out. Get all this gel, just natural aloe gel. Just helps to keep the cuticle down, keep moisture in. It's awesome. And it was already in nature. God handled that. He handled that. God has always handled that from the beginning, okay? Already knew what we were gonna need. Don't act all grossed out. You played with slime when you were a kid. That's what it feels like. Now it's time to get our strained, amazing aloe vera mixed with rosemary. We're gonna now pour it into our color applicator bottle. Whatever size you need. This one's plenty. With the little tip where you can squeeze it out. As I told you earlier, it would help so much if you had a funnel. Just had a funnel, pour it right in there and be done. I don't have a funnel, so I'm gonna have to do an extra step of pouring it into here, something that I can very easily transfer it over into. Get in there. That's what we're working with for our aloe vera pre-poo. This step, all we're going to need is our aloe vera pre-poo in our color applicator bottle. Something that you can use to divide your hair into sections to really focus on the area that you want to. Something to wipe your hands off in between application, just so you feel like you're getting, you want to feel what you're doing, right? Yes. Let's get started. Gabrielle might not move when I take these two twists out. That's just a chance I have to take. Dolce, I'm gonna say hi to the people. Hi, people. All right, so not sure if you can really tell, but yeah, she is thirsty. Okay, Gabrielle is thirsty. She is lacking moisture right now. Like if I put her in a position, she's probably just gonna stay there. So this is well needed, well overdue. You'll notice as I'm sectioning off my hair that I do a lot of finger detangling. I touch my hair a lot, period, because I love her and my hair feels good. But it's easier to finger detangle before I put the aloe in. The aloe makes the shed hairs kind of stick to my fingers, and that's just a little messy. But Immediately, all of the tangles just melt away from adding this aloe vera pre-poo. Here's a closer shot of me adding the treatment. Notice I'm making sure that it's getting on my scalp as well. We'll talk about that more later. But look at how it's melting my tangles away. They're gone. And look at that curl. Those curls are popping right back. Happy curls make me a happy girl. Just gonna twist away that section and head on to the next one. So what is the big deal about me making sure that you know the importance of getting this pre-poo on your scalp? Again, the health of your hair starts with the health of your scalp. Aloe vera, I don't know about you, the plant used to scare me when I was a kid and I saw it at my grandparents' house. So how ironic that it has so many medicinal purposes. Aloe vera contains proteolytic enzymes which repair dead skin cells on the scalp. So ta-da! We don't want dead skin cells on our scalp. That's going to clog up our pores. That's going to not allow our follicles to be great. That is going to cause hair fall. That is going to inhibit our hair's growth. So that is another reason why you want to make sure you get this treatment on your scalp as well as pull it down the strands of your hair. And it feels so amazing. And don't forget you put that rosemary in there and it's like aromatherapy at the same time. I'm so excited for y'all. You're just gonna love this treatment. All right, I'm just gonna be quiet now, for now, and let you all enjoy the music while I finish this side of my head. This side of my hair. You can tell how happy Gabrielle is that all of her will be this moisturized and loved on very shortly. I'm gonna take care of this side off camera and I will see y'all back in a literal second. I guess I did forget to mention, why do you even want to pre-poo? Besides the amazing benefits that I've given you.
Pre-poo stands for pre-shampoo, what I do before I shampoo my hair. Most shampoos are very drying and they strip your hair of all its natural oils, and that's not good for all hair types. So for me, adding this additional moisture before I actually shampoo my hair keeps my hair at a healthy balance of the amount of oil that is lost during the shampoo process. You didn't know you were going to be attending Earthly Bodies University, did you? School is always in session. I'm your friend. I want to be sure you know. So let me know in the comments below if that was helpful. And now you can go and let someone know what pre-poo actually is and why you've added it to your regimen.
And all is right with Gabrielle again. At least she knows we're going in the right direction. She's not all dusty and thirsty right now. So this is the first step that I take before I shampoo and deep condition and style my hair. This aloe vera pre-poo could stay in for as little as an hour. I've also left it in overnight. I typically leave it in overnight, so it'll probably stay in all day. I know people that leave this in their hair like for the week. If they just want to put it into, you know, some twists, pull it back into a ponytail, you can do that also, but you're going to get all of those great and amazing benefits for your hair. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video. We started out with like 3.5 ounces. It's about a ½ ounce left. So guess what? This is going in hubby's beard. Happy beard gang. Yes. So this is something that everyone in the household can use. It does not matter what your race is, your hair texture. Everyone can benefit from the amazing properties that are inside of the aloe vera leaf. So let me know down below if you're going to try this or if you have, and what tips that you could offer or any questions that you have for me around this aloe vera pre-poo treatment. I love y'all so much for watching. I will see you next week. Bye. So let's take a look at everything you're going to need. Nice butt shot. Oh.